Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. Imagine a whole nation talking, sharing hopes, frustrations, ideas for the future. That's basically President Ramaphosa's national dialogue in South Africa. A huge undertaking, really, meant to shape the next 30 years. But here's the rub, right? How do you actually take this just massive flood of public input, often contradictory stuff, and turn it into, concrete action?
Yeah, and to the scale we haven't really seen before. We're talking, what, 1,000 delegates at the start.
Hmm.
Then you add over 13,000 community dialogues, an online platform aiming for millions,
Hmm.
plus all the self-organized meetings. Trying to wade through that manually, it's not just impractical. It's basically a recipe for failure. You'd miss so much. And worse, people would just get cynical, feel like they weren't heard.
That's a staggering amount of conversation. I mean, just mind-boggling. So if manual analysis is a non-starter, how do you possibly bridge that gap? How do you get from all that talk to real results that, actually impact people's lives? Is there a way?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting, actually. The Center for Artificial Intelligence and Sustainable Development, CID, they're called. They proposed something new, essentially a new kind of national infrastructure, an analytical engine powered by artificial intelligence.
Wow, okay. AI, so not just collecting data, but actually making it intelligent. How does CAISD plan to do that? What does the AI actually do?
That's the fascinating part. They use specific AI functions to turn that data deluge into data intelligence.
Mhm.
So think natural language processing, NLP. That's the AI that helps computers understand human language, text, speech, all the nuances. It looks for sentiment, sure, but also for emerging themes, things people are talking about that maybe weren't even on the radar. Manual analysis often just finds what you're looking for, right? NLP can actually surface the unknown unknowns, completely new issues or connections hidden in all that noise.
Ah, okay. So it finds patterns we might completely miss otherwise. And once it finds those themes, how does it help make sense of all the different opinions?
Exactly. Then machine learning algorithms come in. They can cluster similar ideas together. So someone might say more police patrols, another says better streetlights. The AI sees the underlying theme is improving public safety. It finds that broad consensus. But crucially, it also flags the fault lines where there's real disagreement. That's just as important for policymakers to know.
Right. And I heard it doesn't just look at the dialogue itself, it connects it to other data.
Absolutely. It integrates the qualitative stuff, what people are saying, with hard quantitative data. So imagine people in dialogues are complaining about water access. The AI can then look at, say, municipal water supply data for that area, budget info, maybe even rainfall patterns from Stats SA. So it moves from people aren't happy about water to something really specific, like District X has water cuts linked to underfunded pipes, even though rainfall was normal.
Got it. So it connects the dots, makes it concrete, actionable.
Precisely. It provides that evidence base. And then they use things like interactive dashboards, heat maps, ways to visualize all this complex info so policymakers can grasp it quickly.
That makes sense. And connecting this back, to the politics of it all, does this AI approach help with the skepticism, like the concerns raised by the Institute for Security Studies or the DA pulling out initially?
That's a really key point. Yes, I think it does. By providing clear, data-driven insights, not just spin, it builds trust. Or it has the potential to.
Yeah.
And CID emphasizes human-centered AI, data privacy. That's all crucial. It offers a more transparent way to show how public input actually feeds into policy. That helps with accountability.
So for you listening, if you're curious about where big data meets big policy, this whole deep dive shows a potential path for South Africa, moving maybe beyond just talking about unity to actually building it, turning this massive national conversation into a data-driven roadmap for tackling real issues like corruption, jobs, governance.
Yeah, and it really leaves you with a question to think about, doesn't it? This algorithmic wave, as they say, it's here. South Africa is trying to ride it strategically. So think about it. What other huge societal challenges, maybe things you see in your own community or country, could really benefit from this kind of data-driven approach to understanding what people truly need and want? Where else could this work?